Hey guys, so today I'm going to be teaching you guys 3 different methods you can use within the practice range to train your low sensitivity. So these are going to be things exclusively within Valorant in the range that we can do to improve low sensitivity aim, as well as just aim in general. So each one has pros and cons, and I'll explain them as we go. I'll explain what you want to do if you need to improve X, Y, and Z. So for the first one, we have this speed column here. If you press F3 right here in the range, you're going to get this whole interface, and on the left is speed. So hard bots is going to be useful for high rank players, probably like plat, diamond, above. Medium will be below that, and then easy is like beginner players, to just help you get kind of used to aiming in general. So don't feel bad if you have to do easy. Also, I have bot armor off, just because we're really focused on the aim aspect. We're not really worried about hitting someone for 140 with the Phantom right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start, and then I'll explain more how we can improve with this after I'm finished. So, yeah. So this is a garbage ass score for me, but I quite frankly don't really care because I just got on. I wanted to make a video and I didn't want to warm up for an hour before I made the video. So basically what we're doing here is we're placing our crosshair right in this wooden beam, and you see I always reset back to this. So if I had to flick off over here, I would replace my crosshair here. And if you get a bot out here, also for the hard bots, they only spawn within this triangle sort of shape here in the middle. They won't spawn outside of this, I believe. And so this is really good for training flicks, especially on hard bots, because they only spawn for a split second before they despawn again. So this is really good for doing flicking. I might go and do another one, just try to beat 16. My high score is like 28, I think, but obviously we're not there right now. So So overall, the main downside of this one is it can be pretty repetitive. It can also be kind of frustrating. So I would suggest you guys swap between all 3 of these routines for various reasons. One, because you'll get less bored doing them, and 2, you'll train different things. For this one, it's flicks and learning kind of where to place your crosshair. In this case, it's quite simple. You just put it in the middle because there's an equal chance each time before a bot spawns that they can be on the left or on the right. So you want to try to minimize how far, like you don't want to be aiming over here, because if one spawns over here, you have to flick like twice as far. So hopefully that makes sense. This is good for flicking, good for quick adjustments. And again, you can go easy, medium, or hard. Next we have streak, under the streak tab, and we have eliminate 50 and eliminate 100. I would usually just go for 50 because 100 can be quite a lot, and 50 is the exact same thing, just half as long. And again, also for this, you're gonna look at the score, and for this one, you're gonna look at the time to help improve. So if I just got 18 here, I'm gonna try to get 19 the next time, or if I got 19, I'm gonna try to get 20, and that's just how you want to try to keep improving. So now we're on eliminate 50. What I like to do here is come out over to this side, and I'll show you guys why here in a second. Basically, it's gonna give us a different angle and some different ways to flick. The advantage of this one, by the way, is going to be just like turning. I don't know how else to really explain it. Like you're gonna be turning all the way around, whereas with the last one, you're just kind of shooting in this area. They can also spawn all the way out here with this one. So I'll go ahead and show you guys what this looks like. So especially with the low sense, you're gonna want to try to get muscle memory for like how quickly you need to move your mouse to turn, the appropriate a distance to where the enemies are. And in a second, we should get one that spawns behind us. Hopefully. Maybe not. Okay, so they can also spawn behind you here if you stand there. So you have to turn all the way around like this and try to get to a habit of how much you actually have to turn. Another thing about this is we don't have to go to that side. We can go to the left side. We can also stand right here. So I'll go ahead and show you guys one more. I don't want this video to get too long, but I'll go over here. You can also use the Vandal if that's your weapon. See, here's one behind me. Again, and they're still spawning behind me. So it could be a little bit annoying just because of that, but it is good for training. Also flicking, but mainly turning and overall awareness of like where the enemies are. Because they also make a noise when they spawn in. Pretty sure you guys can hear that. Not bad. So my score is a little bit slower, but that's fine. So again, this one is good for overall improvement of aim. Last one was mainly good for flicking. That's why it's called speed. Next we have these bots out here. We want to utilize all of the range. At least this part of it. There's another part where over there you can go to that portal. But this one is going to be good for spraying and for spray transferring for me personally. You can also use this for flicking, but we kind of already get a lot of flicking training in here in this room. So this one I like to use for spray transferring. So maybe we could swap to the Vandal. I know you usually don't spray with the Vandal, but I've been using the Phantom the whole time here. I might swap between both of them. So what we like to do is spray transfer from like here to here, or small guy to small guy, or big guy to big guy. It doesn't really matter. Just spray transfer from one to the other, and I'll show you guys what that looks like here. I'll go back to the Phantom. Doesn't really make sense. So at first, if you guys aren't used to spray transferring, if you have no clue what that means, you're basically spraying the first one, pulling down, and then trying to flick to the next one while holding down M1 the whole time, while holding down fire button. So it's much harder to go from a small one to a small one, but still, this is very useful for practicing spraying and spray transferring. Also, you can do tracking, but not really with these guys. You can also practice tapping here. Each one of these can take 2 Vandal shots before dying. So I like to kind of go like this or something, and just go back and forth. Really heats the aim up decently. Okay, so basically this video is getting quite long. Basically what we want to make sure we're doing is going from one to the other. So if you guys don't really like doing one of these, you don't really have to do it, because you can make up for the one that you're not doing in another one. Like say I don't like doing speed, I can just do streak and go from streak to over here, practice some spray transfer. Hopefully this is making sense to you guys. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.